get mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Gotta see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Pay to kill it and did it again. But the intent on down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Buffalo Bills. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
There we go. 53 at the mark. You got to get the ball. D, get the ball right here.
They run with a former Jaguar. It's T.J. Yeldon. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
53. Too late.
Now T.J. Yeldon. Up past the 25 to the 26. A gain of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that's caught by Beasley. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season.
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. T.J. Yeldon. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Hauschka adds the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score.
Down. 18 Gators. Hey, 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 hey. Check three, check three. Hit it.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
49, guys. Mike, 40. Ready?
On 2nd and 12, Stanton. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
To throw on 3rd down, Stanton. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 43. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
Total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 43. Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Let's go now.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Let's go, baby. Then turn over. Get that ball. Get that ball. Check. Recon, 132 fighter. Snap.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Set, ready? 10 Lobo.
Hey, here we go.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Stanton. Being chased out left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Ed Oliver, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Stanton is going to fire one deep over the middle. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
On 2nd down, here's Yeldon. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. The stop was made by Jannard Avery.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Here's Prescott. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Tight end right, tight end right. 3 down, 3 down. Hey, check 24, watch 24.
Off play action, Stanton. And his throw here's incomplete. And the great veteran Eric Berry back to knock that one away. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Go.
49, got it.
Operating from the gun. Stanton. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2, as they'll start with a 1st and 10 at their own 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A big play here for Buffalo.
And the Bills' first down.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Check. Go to 53. Go to 54. Go to 54.
Now it's Yeldon. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now an Eastern Michigan man, Darius Jackson on the carry. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Check. Break down. Kill.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Browns drive about to get started, and they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be...
And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
This is Yeldon, and he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch the slack. Watch the slack. We're going to 54. Why is it? Tighten up. Alert flare. Alert flare. 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 Check three. Check three. Check three. We're going to 53. 26.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their number one goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
Under. You're not going to get me? Watch the eye. Hey, alert three. Alert three. Go to 54. Go to 54. 26.
Prescott to throw this time. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Rock, go.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Ed Oliver make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Mike 38, Mike 38. Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run. Mike 38, Mike 38, Mike 38. There. Let's get that ball right here. Shit. Get it.
Throwing on second and long. Stanton. And an alley to run. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
The Browns on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Stanton. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Stanton. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
6 guys, check 6 guys. Hey, Zoo. Mark 38, Mark 38, Mark 38. Here we go. You draw quarters. Hard. Hey, lock it. Shit. Deuce. Big rip.
Off play action. Stanton. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is taken in at the 5. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6.
Right here, 41 Mike. Man, I got you.
Look, squeeze.
Operating from the gun. Stanton. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
It's 2nd down and goal at the 5-yard line.
A line of scrimmage once again, the 5, as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Our time. It's our time.
Hey, Echo.
49, guys. Mike, 49. It's a party now.
Stanton. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
All day, every day, any day. Leo. Ready?
Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10.
Rock it. Get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Go.
Now a handoff looking right. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Pilot, 64, weak. 5.
Now Stanton. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First and 10.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Fair. Check 15. Check. Clear. Get it.
On the delay, here's Hunt. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Set. 60 outlaw. Switch up.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Trying to get it to Landry there. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
You got tight right there. Here we go. Go to 54. Line. Joker. 26.
They'll start out on the ground. It's T.J. Yeldon. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it again with Yeldon. It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
And we got Mike, number 53. Number 47. I got you. Jim. We're going to 54.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. It's caught. Jones. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through, picking up the first. Jones last year led the Bills, 652 receiving yards, 7 touchdowns, more than doubled his production from 2017. Now they're hoping for an even bigger bump this year.
We're going to 53. Hey, turn it up. 36. We're going to 53. Hey, kill.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Olivier Vernon in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Prescott to throw it. And he finds Tyler Croft. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Under 10, 10. Sponge.
They'll try the right side here with Yeldon. And some room to roam now. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Here we go. 53, Mike. You must be getting tired of seeing me. 25.
They keep it with Yeldon on first down. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, this is Jackson. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. I'm trying to collect.
Prescott from the gun. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Come on. Watch out.
Chubb on the counter. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they got the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey, wahoo!
From the gun, Stanton. He's going to look deep now he's got a man, complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
Stanton now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Stanton. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again. Stanton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. They'll wind up with 7 on the dump-off, and it'll set up 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
From the gun on 3rd down. Stanton, throw left side, complete. That's Hunt. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
You got nothing. Take 4.
80 weapons. Ready to go.
Check 3. Check 52.
Leg.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away.
The Bills kick for 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Switch. We're going to 54. Why ain't?
Check 4.
We're going to 53.
And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a 2nd straight play. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
47.
Let's go. Here we go.
26.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Go out. Ready?
On 1st and 10, Stanton. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? So they take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but on offense they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. And you just mentioned it, the defense did it again. They've bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Just like that. Just like that. Switch.
On the run, it's Yeldon. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
We're going to 54. Why is?
You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this?
We're going to 54. Why is?
Undercut. Check 9.
26.
It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6, and it's 3rd down.
We go 46.
Pick it up. Let's go.
26.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that's complete to Croft. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 22-yard line. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Prescott now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10.
Check 3.
We're going to 53. 26.
A shotgun handoff now to Yeldon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning.
Let's go, Heavy. What you got, Heavy? Give me some.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check hot.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And an alley to run. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dak Prescott touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that one could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead.
Makes the score Bills 16, Browns nothing. Steven Hauschka set to kick off.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. The Browns drive about to get started. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Charles, I think back to your earlier statement about the visitors being the underdogs needing to win that turnover battle, and this defense, they forced 2 turnovers so far, a big reason why they lead this game.
Yeah, and I know defenses always talk about getting turnovers in bunches, getting those takeaways. 2's not a bunch, but it's plenty in this game, exactly the formula they need. And I got to tell you, partner, I like it when you think back to something I said that actually comes true, it's actually right.
It happens more often than you might think. The Browns on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, Alpha.
Off the play fake. Stanton. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. A big play that time for Cleveland. 54 yards. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. That's taken in by Callaway. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. The Browns on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
41's coming. 41's a mic. It's coming this way. Coming this way. Here we go. Here we go. Shoot.
Looking to throw. Stanton. It's caught by OBJ. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
Ready? 41's the mic. Check 41. Stay with your man. Deep grip.
From the gun, Stanton. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Good positioning, and it's picked off. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's 1 timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Brings up 2nd and 11.